I would like to share with you our first experience concerning our new service in Central Transdanubia regarding our joint project. So we started last year a one-stop shop operation for reintegration of the migrants. The concept was a one-stop shop for benefiting the regional economy with the involvement of an existing service provider. So we didn't want to develop a completely new service independent from the current institution, but try to find a good existing service provider and its existing resources. The location of this one-stop shop is the center of our region. It's Székesfehérvár, most of you know. And we have found a training and research institute, which is a public institution, and its main duty is training and development of human resources in our region. Our pilot area is planned to spread to all the region, all the Central Transdanubia, but after having the first inputs, we have decided to start our operation in a smaller scale, a smaller territorial scale. So now it's the regional center and its catchment area is involved to the activities. Just in short, the timeline. We have started to prepare for the action last year in autumn, and the one-stop shop and the hotline was started to operate in November 2012. And we have kept its operation until the project end in this sense, and we have managed to cooperate with the same institution to keep it sustainable, to work it after the project end as well. So we started with the development of the needed materials for giving this service. In the return project, we have developed a handbook for the service, the description of our own service, a flowchart for the personal consultancy, and an administration and quality insurance guide with all its needed template. And we have integrated a former document that was a handbook for telephone administration. So it's not developed in the project, but it seems to be very useful for improving the efficiency of this service. In October, we had 2 trainings for the staff who is involved in the service. Not only the ones who are directly sitting at the one-stop shop and giving the advice through phone, but all the employees that might be involved in any consultancy. So the hotline was started its operation in the first day of November. We have a green number, so it's free for all callers from Hungary. But of course, it's not free from other countries. We try to find a solution to make it free for callers from foreign countries as well, Hungarian from foreign countries as well, because some of our first calls was outside the country. So it's known from the very beginning. We had a press conference and opened the one-stop shop in the middle of November. We have decided to keep the opening hours between 8 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon because it's not really suitable for our target group, but that's the only opportunity to contact with the public authority and other offices. So there's no way to give valuable support outside this time frame. So some words about the services. I mentioned the telephone hotline, and it's connected with a personal consultancy and assistance in reintegration, helping the administrative procedures, the housing, childcare, and any other social or economic issues. And we connected it with a business advice and information service because in the preparing phase we have found that, and in the first month we have found that we have two types of people who are calling us. The first group is the ones who want to come back to Hungary, and they are from the low class with no money to come back, no work. But the other part is the ones who earned a lot of money abroad and want to make their business when they are getting back home. So that's why business advice and business-related information is crucial in our region. Of course, the employment possibilities, training, and human resource development issues also included. We are really stress our operation to document all the steps and all the results, not for the project, but for improving the efficiency of the service. And we are really open to share our experiences in this sense with you as well. So we have a template for the trainings of the staff, to evaluate the training, the evaluation of the operation of the one-stop shop, and all calls and all consultancy is documented in a joint, in a similar way. Just some impressions for from the first 2 months of operation. 80% of our callers wanted to have a face-to-face consultation as well. The most relevant issues were in almost all calls the legal problems of them, complaints against the employer, missing documents, lost salary, and so on. So with some problem, not in Hungary but abroad. So it was the reason why they want to come home. Many of them wanted to find an interest group. So the group of people who wear the same shoes, who also came home or wants to came home. So it's some kind of networking challenge. And of course the available social benefits and unemployment compensation after moving back home. I mentioned that we had calls from abroad as well. They have asked us the wage levels, the social security system, because that people left Hungary many years ago, more than 10 years ago, and all the legal framework have completely changed in this time period. And there was 2 interesting calls. It was the compliance against the National Employment Agency, its regional branch, of course. They interned to them first, but haven't got efficient help. So they have found this opportunity on the internet and in the local newspaper, and they tried to have another solution for the problem. We are in the starting phase, so it's only 3 months of operation now, but the first problems and the possible solutions now seems to be clear. The number of calls and consultations were less than expected, so we had approximately 1 call per day, and 22 was who had the calls and came to us for personal consultancy as well. The client's compliant was, the solution for this is the more intensive campaign, awareness raising and so on. Many clients or, yes, many clients complain that it is not a real one-stop shop because this service has no competency on legal administration. So we can say where do you have to go and what document have to fill in, but cannot help in this sense. So we decided to have more intense cooperation with the local employment service office. We think that the best way would be having a branch office, not in the framework of the return project, but as a next step, as a next development opportunity. Unfortunately, we had some problem concerning the legal questions, because in many cases we could only give general information, because their problem was so specific that a legal expert would be needed for almost all issues. And I mentioned that clients are looking for interest group of aggrieved remigrants. We are trying to find a way now how to organize this kind of meeting, and if we can manage it, and if we will manage it, we will share with you our experiences as well. It was an interesting part. It was good for the operation or for raising awareness, because our Minister of Human Resources, we have no regional ministries, so it was the National Minister of Human Resources visited this institution and get an overview on this one-stop shop concept and the return project, and ask more information after this meeting. So it seems to be a good opportunity. We will have some events in the following month. They are connected to our awareness raising campaign that I've mentioned. We will edit a brochure that will be titled as Fehérvár visszavár. It means Fehérvár is waiting for you back. The target groups are the possible remigrants and the families at home. So we tried to find the families who are partly still in the region, but some part of the family went to abroad, because it seems to be an effective way to find our target groups. And of course, we will have a regional task force meeting, the third of us, to evaluate our results after 6 months of operation.